Hello Mondeo fans and welcome back to the channel. So what I've been doing with all this rubbish behind me, I've been cleaning up some parts. It's time to get some stuff onto the engine, all the bracketry. I'm probably going to pull it off of the stand before I put all the air conditioning pump and all things back on, just to make it a bit lighter to get off. I've got most of the clutch parts, although I'm waiting one part that's been delivered from Australia, so we can have a quick look at that close towards the end of the video. First thing I want to do after cleaning up all these parts, I want to start getting some brackets and some stuff onto that motor. So yeah, that's the next thing you're going to see. Alright guys, so as you saw, put the water piping on, put the oil cooler on, put a couple of the brackets on. That's pretty much all I'm going to do while it's on the stand, because I don't want it to weigh too much and then we have to pull it off the stand to put it on the floor to get all the gearbox and everything else. And so yeah, it's a bit of a mission. But what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look and a little discussion about this clutch. So let's do some comparisons and have a look. Okay guys, so what we got here, obviously the new clutch kit and the old one. So we're just going to have a bit of a look and see if we can see any differences, see what we can check out. So first things first, let's just look at the actual friction plates. Now, I have had a look at this one. First thing you'll notice is on the old RS clutch, it's a solid piece. There's no like springs. But here, you have a good look in there. There's actually a nylon ring all the way around for like shock absorption. Also, what I noticed with this was, don't know how easy this is going to see on camera, but it is, I'm pretty sure it's ever so slightly a bigger diameter, like maybe a mil. I can't even see that on camera. But it's I'm pretty sure it's about a mil thicker. So that's the friction plate. I mean, otherwise they're relatively the same. It's probably got more fins on it than the RS clutch has got. Looks like it, but I'm quite keen. So let's have a quick look at the pressure plate. Now that actually looks exactly the same. Hardly any difference with that. See, there's a spring on the back there. Spring on this one too. So those are the same. That is the same thing, pretty much. But I'm guessing if this is a slightly bigger diameter, that will be a slightly bigger diameter. Right. Lastly, let's try and get this bad boy out of here. It's obviously slave. Now, as you can see, it's also dual mass. But yeah, I don't even want to take it out. It looks pretty much exactly the same. So this is really the friction plate that's different. Obviously, to be perfectly sure, you'd have to measure things. But first looks, that's all that looks different. But so this is a development clutch kit. It's not actually for sale to the general public at the moment. I'm doing a bit of development for these, well, a bit of testing for these guys, because obviously Fat Mondeo with all-wheel drive is going to put more strain on a clutch than just a normal front-wheel drive Focus. So it's all pieced together from different bits, is my understanding. It's not like a set kit. They've pieced it all together and put it into a box and rubbed the numbers off. It does need a spacer, which is what's coming from Australia. That's coming on Wednesday, so pretty soon the clutch can go in the engine and that'll all be done. But now so on their calculations, it should take 800 newton meters, which is close enough to 600 pound-feet, 590 pound-feet. So fingers crossed that is going to be the key to my slippage. Right guys, so back at it again. Got the engines on the floor here. Got it off the stand. Basically I'm going to start building up this side of the engine, just because the engine leans that way. I'm going to tilt it back with a bit of weight. So I'm going to do all the aircon, power steering pump and stuff. Get this side done, and yeah, move on to like the turbo and the clutch side of things. I am waiting for some copper O-rings, because I just thought while I'm here, replace all of them. Don't want any leaks or anything. Got all new gaskets, all new sort of like rubber O-rings and stuff, so I might as well bloody do it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get some time lapses going. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, so that is pretty much that side all sorted out now. It's a bit darker up here so you can't really see. There we go. Yeah, the small belt that goes to the aircon was a bit of a pain. I've never actually taken that off before. There must be some special way to do it, which I don't know. But now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the other side. As you can see, I've got the other motor here, just as I'm swapping stuff over that needs to be done. There were like that plug there in the head. There wasn't one of these, the little nozzle outlets. But what I'm going to be doing, what I just wanted to show you, was these nuts that came with this. I think they're called carcellated nuts. Can't really see that. Let's see if it zooms in. So you see they like got chopped through the middle, and then they are like springs almost, and they clamp down. So that should avoid any of these coming loose, because on the old engine I was actually missing a stud. Amazingly enough, it wasn't blowing, but yeah, good to know to check those. I'm going to try and set up a camera about here somewhere, get me getting in there in this tight little spot in between here, and getting the turbo on. Alright guys, well I'm going to call it here for the video. So parts from Australia came in about 4 days, but I am waiting for some parts from the local Ford dealers. Got the rear main oil seal to do and an intake gasket waiting for it. So yeah, just waiting on those pieces. So unfortunately it's delayed me a little bit, so we will get a bit close to getting the engine in the next one. Hopefully we'll get it in. We'll have to just see. Not going to hold my breath. But a big shout out to A&E Motorsports and Boat Industries over in Australia for the clutch pack, or the clutch kit I should say. Fingers crossed it's going to do the job, but we'll be having a lot more of that when I actually get it fitted, after I got the rear main and after I'm a bit closer to getting this thing in there. But as always, thanks for watching, thanks for bearing with me. Drop me a comment if you've got anything you want to suggest, anything you want to say. Always happy to hear from you guys. So share it around, like, subscribe, get your mom to subscribe, get everyone to subscribe. Other than that, see you in the next one.